Gamers, um, we got starting a new game today. Um, Again, this is the Story of Kratos series. Going through all the God of War games in chronological order on their hardest difficulties. Last one, I went over the bonus content for the original game, which chronologically is the third game. Um, the fourth game is a PSP release called Ghost of Sparta. It came out in 2010. It is generally considered the better PSP release by the majority of the fan base. I personally kind of liked Chains of Olympus better, but that's obviously just a personal preference. Um, it's generally believed to be take place right after the first game, but it's actually never been really disclosed. But it's generally believed to be pretty close after the beginning of the, or end of the first game. It's the first time you get a good look at a disgruntled and hateful Kratos, because in the first three games, really chronologically, like he is not really bitter, like super bitter and resentful towards the gods yet. It's mostly just targeted towards one god, which was Ares. This too is the first game where you get to play as a different character that isn't Kratos, but you playing as other character is not canon. It's in the game's bonus content, so we'll go over that on the very last episode of the this chapter. Um, so yeah, without further ado, we'll hop right into it. Again, I have it downloaded digitally on the PS3, so pretty straightforward. And let's hop in. Okay, I thought there was going to be more of a, I guess, more of an intro, but obviously I was wrong. So, yeah, like in typical God of War fashion, at least in the Greek games, it's, some environment that is the early game, and he depicts half of Kratos' face, which will then kind of be explained pretty early on as you start the game. So we'll do new game, of course. We're doing the hardest difficulty that this whole thing's about. um,
Kratos, the ghost of Sparta, had taken his place amongst the Olympians as the god of war. The bloodshed, the relentless battles, had finally brought him here. Ares was dead, and though Olympus beckoned, visions of his mortal existence still haunted him. Help me. Kratos knew that this was not a mere vision. For with the gods, nothing was ever as it seemed. The vision of his past set Kratos in search of answers. Answers that lay in the temple of Poseidon, deep within the city of Atlantis.
This is not a wise course of action, Kratos. It was a dream, nothing more.
The visions still haunt me, Athena. The visions you promised to take away. But this vision, I can change.
Perhaps it is a vision best left unchanged. There is more to this than you know. Please.
So yeah, surprisingly, Kratos is pretty bitter about them heavily alluding to promising to take away his nightmares after killing Ares, other than said no. So it's
Kratos! The beast is destroying the fleet! Hurry, Lord Kratos! Get to the bow! Get to the front of the ship! Hurry, Lord Kratos!
so that's obviously being a direct sequel to the end of the first game, of the first game. They just decided to make the blades, wimpy in level 1. So you can just level them up because canonically he had just gotten them. So obviously at the end of the first game they were basically maxed out already. It's obviously a very minor game detail that they just changed to make, RPG elements prevalent. Ow. Alright, so yeah, there you go. In typical God of War fashion, you're fighting some massive beast at the intro. And it's very over the top and hectic. Unlocked in there, but no complaining. Ow! That, kids, this is how you die. That's the kind of shit in the PSP games. Is one way they tried to make the game to increase difficulty of the game is they made it so the health orbs just barely do anything. God damn it. Ow. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. Oh, that is some grade A bullshit. Okay, you can block that, but no. That's bullshit, dude. There we go. Yeah, so this PSP game being a little bit longer than the other one probably won't be quite as many chests, but there's still a notable more amount of chests compared to a main entry. Just because they still want you to be able to level everything up in a shorter amount of time. So this game was released after the third one, so there's some aspects of the third game that are prevalent in this one, including the different style for the save points. I'll say very minor detail. But still kind of worth noting, I suppose. As was the chest I just opened too. That's something that the third game did. The ones that gave you the feathers or eyes look different. I was kind of expecting there to be a chest there. Yeah, so that's basically a recycled enemy from the other PSP game. That's obviously fine. They also get significantly less funding, so they gotta do what they gotta do. Oof, that did some damage. God, I got some fucking damage there. That's a disadvantage to the game being a hack and slash with all the crazy ass ranged moves. It's like kind of impossible to not hit dudes you don't want to hit sometimes. But there's no, at least to my knowledge, there's no benefit to keeping them alive.
They're searching for him! The ghost of Sparta!
Run for your life!
Oh, nice. This has the freaking fast push for stuff. Yeah, it makes it's such a, it makes the moving things around like that just way less tedious. And it also makes kicking it like there's no way you can do it on the PSP here. No, you can't. But it makes being able to hold it with your foot and push it forward basically obsolete. Unless there's some like lever or pressure plate puzzle you gotta figure out. I thought there was down here. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, I think we're gonna be going in a circle. So yeah, I'm pretty sure, trying to think back, this was the first game to kind of introduce a hand-to-hand combat, like, which I just confirmed there. I'll try to use that here shortly.
Temple of Thanatos, the god of death, a vestige of a long-forgotten time. Erected before the rule of the Olympians, this temple was not placed here by mortal hands. Within its walls lay a passage to the domain of death.
Yeah, for any Marvel fans watching, Thanos, you know, the purple dude who snapped his fingers, I'm quite certain is a play on the Greek god Thanatos, who's the, you know, Greek god of death. The temple of Thanatos, the god of death, within its walls lies the entrance to a world that no mortal dares enter. Yeah, I'm not sure if... I mean, obviously there's a god of death, Thanatos, but I'm not sure if there's a separate realm for him. Obviously there's the underworld. And then this game has the underworld plus the realm of death. I'm not sure that's an extension of the underworld or what. I haven't really done any research for it, but... Obviously the realm of death sounds, you know, basically like an afterlife, which Greek mythology already has. At least I know of two established ones: the underworld, and which is the equivalent to hell, and then the fields of Elysium, or is basically heaven. But yeah. Yeah, so you basically slam people on the ground and beat the fuck out of them. It's nowhere near as extensive as it is in the newer games, obviously, or even Ascension for that matter. But it's kind of the first time you're able to actually like start punching people basically in these games. So I don't know, it's kind of a nice little addition, I thought. So that's just really the benefit of having the triangle combo come in handy. That takes significantly less time to do. Ew. Close, but no cigar. Atreus actually might, maybe could have been something if I did that first. Doubt it, but screw it, take a look. Yeah, nothing. As Poseidon took dominion over the seas, he erected a monument fit to his glory. So was born the great city of Atlantis. With Lord Poseidon as their guardian, the Atlanteans thrived beyond all other societies. These devout and peaceful citizens stand as a testament to mankind's future.
In the distance stood the Temple of Poseidon, a monument erected by the Atlanteans to the greatness of their protector, the god of the seas.
Know thyself, and your path shall be revealed.
Come, brave Spartans. The battle is done. Kratos, bring Deimos inside.
How I have missed you, Kratos.
What treachery is this? Another trick of the gods?
No, my son. It is me. Your father brought me here. I have waited so long.
My father?
We do not have much time, Kratos. Your brother does not have much time. trapped in torment, deep in death's domain.
But he's gone. You told me that he was...
I'm sorry. I had no choice but to lie. You must listen now. The temple of Ares in Sparta holds the secret that will lead to your brother. The road will not be easy, but you must help him. You must, Kratos. He needs you.
This cannot be. Why? Why would you do this?
Your father forbid me to tell
My
you.
father? Who is my father?
So as you can see, Kratos' mom's throat game is on point. So as mentioned in the extras in the first game, this is, you know, obviously following that as he goes to meet his mom, finds out who his dad is, which revealed in that extras from the first game to be Zeus, and revealing information she was cursed and turned into this fucking thing. And it's kind of slight plot holes in the second game. Athena tells Kratos that Zeus is her dad, and he like acts all surprised. It's like, oh, what? I didn't know that. So, very apparent plot hole in the game. So I think when they made the second game, so originally the second game's plot was going to be kind of this one where you're going after your brother, but they changed the means of going after your brother, made him out to be not as a bad guy, but trying to save him basically. And I think once they decided not to go that route, they then decided to just kind of retcon a lot of the stuff in the first game's extras altogether, which included this scene, meaning Kratos did not know his dad was Zeus. So they obviously then decided to make a prequel tie-in, which, per usual, prequels usually come with plot holes. Ow. Ooh. Yeah, they also made her transformation significantly bigger too. It was more like a harpy person in the first game video, to where it's like a legitimate boss fight in this one. Crap. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it. Well, I mean, hey, it's working, right?
Deimos. He needs you.
Mother! What have I done?
With her last breath, she released the weight of her burden and finally found the peace she had long sought. But for Kratos, the rage was almost palpable. Fate had once again pushed him to the brink of madness.
Dang it, I was hoping I was going to be able to break all the items. There's a bunch of breakable obstructions in that boss arena, but oh well. Those amulets, keepsake of Deimos and Kratos. Kratos' mother beat the game to use his items. That's a new game plus item. See, that kind of fun little thing this game did is for a lot of the people's names, at least the characters they made up, was they used like actual Greek words. So like Kratos, the Greek word Kratos means power, so his name's literally just power. And then Deimos, which is probably pronounced like Deimos or something like that, is like someone who was wronged by the gods or something like that. So it's kind of a little like double entendre for their name, the meanings of their names. Alrighty, so I got new magic. Didn't read it, but you'll find out what it does for too long. Oh, so I like how they have the blinking. They can finally hit on the lid of it. Yeah, it's just a very basic. Yeah, the magics in this game were pretty mid, honestly. I think a big part of it is because you'll get an item later which basically gives you unlimited rage meter. So in essence of that, I think they made the game, it's not only notably more difficult, but it kind of made everything else you have not as good. So there is one magic I actually think is pretty good, only because when you use it as it hits people, it drains their health, which gives it to you. So that's kind of the only one I really use, honestly. As I said, this game I just feel like is notably more difficult, and you use all the health you can get. Man, I guess I'm not upgrade. So I can now parry properly too. So that was called Eye of Atlantis, which yeah, I guess makes sense. So yeah, there you go. One of the bigger complaints about the PSP games is for whatever reason they made the dodge like more of a dive, and it just makes it take longer. It also makes the combat more difficult too. Leaves you more open for attacks. Oh, you thought you were gonna be able to read that book, huh? Fuck you. You know, it's a little early, but I might call that good. That's an excellent stopping point. So, yeah, not quite done with the intro, but we'll be definitely within the next episode. So, yeah, there you go. That's the opening, first bit of the opening sequence of Goes to Sparta. So yeah, I'll probably do another one tomorrow, but we'll see, I guess. So yeah, if you may want to watch this on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. If you watched live, thanks for watching. And catch you on the next one. Thank you very much.